different people, welcome back to my beautiful channel. This is our last video in the year 2022. I hope you had a lot of fun. I hope I kept you company. I hope again next year we are going to continue learning and teaching each other. So if you are new to this channel and you have just bumped into this video, there is no coincidence. There's always a reason why you have bumped into this video. Please subscribe or give us a thumbs up or just share the video if it will mean a lot to you. Because on this channel, we only talk about sex, culture, law of attraction, and a little bit of beauty tips. We do talk about that. So today we are back again to talk about something completely different. And because we have been talking about promoting women orgasm all the time, reaching orgasm together, making sure that we are all satisfied, this is going to sound completely different. Your mind for 1 minute is going to say, wait a minute, did she just say that? Yes, I'm going to say this. We are going to talk about tantric alchemy sex. You've never heard of it. Some of you are up to date with all these things. Some of you have not. Don't worry if you haven't. And don't worry if you sound confused, because eventually when you try this tantric alchemy sex, you're going to see that, oh, this is what she was talking about. This is like a healing sex, especially for those partners who've been having a lot of confusion, a lot of disturbances where you don't even know where the timer is coming from. You don't even know where the confusion is coming from. You have to go back in your relationship. Do you remember how you felt the first time you had sex? Do you remember how you felt when you first kissed each other? Do you remember that? Do you really remember that? If you can get back to that memory, then you are going to tune into what I'm about to say right now. Don't be too quick to judge. Just listen. If you don't understand, it's okay. You will eventually understand. So, mostly sex, even myself, I've been talking about orgasm. Make sure you reach orgasm. Make sure a woman reaches orgasm. Make sure we all get to that point. Yes, but not all the time. Let's tip the tables. Let's tip the tables. Let me ask you a question. Do you put, because we all do it, do you remember and do you know how when we want sex, when we want to get laid, or when we want to make love, do you know how we help each other undress? Somebody's unwrapping the bra, somebody's taking the boxer shorts, somebody's taking the socks, somebody's closing the curtains. You know how we work hand in hand? After sex, or after making love, I'm not going to call it sex, after making love, after we both have reached orgasm, do you see how nobody bothers, nobody cares about each other? Do you see how nobody just like, wow? Some of the men, they can't even turn around and cuddle their partners because they are done. They just feel like, oh well, I'm done. And they are very quick. 5, 10, 30 seconds later, they are fast asleep and they are snoring. We all do that. Can you relate to this incident? Why don't you then take your knickers and give them back to your madam or your partner or your wife or somebody? Or why don't you help your partner to dress up? Why? Because you're satisfied. It's all about the ego. You are satisfied and you just don't feel it's necessary. So, this is why we are going to talk about tantric alchemy sex. This is the deeper parts of our energies, our sexual energies, which we don't talk about and which we don't even know it exists. We don't know. When you start foreplay, you start romancing, you start talking to each other, and you both get to that level where you feel, I want this person. I want to make love right now. I want to make love. A woman is going to respond by being very, very, very dripping wet. A man is going to respond by having a very, very hard on erection. And two partners are going to know that we are ready for each other. But every time we engage into this love making, it's all about satisfaction. And that's where the problem comes from. I want you to listen very, very attentively. Put away your ego so you don't judge this video. You listen completely and you listen to your core. It will be very good. So you are only paying attention to satisfying yourself. Everything starts in the mind. Those of you men who keep saying, I reach orgasm or I come within 2 minutes, is because you have fed your mind that this is me, I can't control myself. And once you talk to your mind to say, this is a two-way thing, we have to wait until both of us have reached that place, then you're going to find it. But this time, we are not talking about orgasm. We are talking about tantric alchemy sex. You know, the vagina and the penis, they are very, 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 very high energetic parts of our bodies that we just take for granted. We do take them for granted. So, when after you do the foreplay and everything, these two parts, they are ready to get together for satisfaction. But let's forget the satisfaction now and just put these two parts together and just enjoy this moment that we are in right now. None of us is going to orgasm. Nobody, not even your man, not even your woman, is going to orgasm this time. You are paying attention to what you are feeling in your bodies. Shift your energies from down here. Let it start climbing to your body, everywhere, up to the brain. Go down, pass down there, go everywhere, go to your toes. You have to continue communicating. If you feel that you can't hold it, you can't hold the orgasm, talk to your partner. When you want to orgasm, these muscles here, down here, the pelvic muscles for both women and men, you can hold them, squeeze them like you are holding your wee, your urine. You don't want to pee. You hold it. And your sperm, if you are a man, is going to go back. If you are a woman, you are not going to orgasm. So, when you do that for a good 30 to 45 minutes of just into this, you are there holding and talking to each other. Getting these energies down to yourselves and really whispering nice things to each other as you are doing this. Eventually, after 45 minutes or an hour, you feel that this is enough. Your mind is going to know that, oh well, there's no orgasm this time, so what the hell? Let's just stop. You are going to stop. A man, your penis is going to go flat. You're not going to have an erection anymore. For a woman, you are going to stop producing those juices that are holding on to your man. Both of you have agreed to say, this is enough. And you hold each other and go to sleep. I know. You're like, what? I know this is something you've never tried. But it takes practice. If you try this, and then you still feel horrible. You know, after making love, let me give you this scenario. After making love, a man just wants to turn over and just sleep. And then he will not want his woman for the next 3, 4, 5 days. Even a week, even 2. Yeah? And for a woman, you just feel like, oh, well, what was that all about? And it is these feelings of orgasm that makes us very, very obsessive to our partners. We feel like we own them because of this orgasm. After you orgasm, the selfishness of the ego comes in because you feel like you've satisfied yourself. So what? What do you need them for? That's why in that period when you don't need them, the 3, 4, 5 days when you don't need their vagina or their penis anymore, you are going to be constantly arguing because you don't feel attracted to them. But if you practice the tantric sex alchemy test, trust me, there's this thing that is going to hold you together. You leave these feelings, these emotions, you leave them there whilst before they explode. You hold it in and hold yourselves together and sleep. You are going to fall in love with this partner of yours over and over again, because then you will know that you loved this person not because of sex. You just loved them as a human being. If you find that even after practicing tantric alchemy test, you are still exploding, you can't hold your semen, you can't hold your orgasm, you are still arguing, just know that this person, you are not vibrationally connected. Trust me, when you practice this, there's something in the couple that is going to shift. Something is going to change. Your souls are going to hold on to each other and say, we are not. Have you seen how old people, when they get old together, they don't make love, but they're okay just holding hands like that. They feel so competent. But we go past that. All we want is just sex. When we have sex or when we make love, all we are reaching for is orgasm and just release. And then when you release, and then what? Those are the things we need to ask ourselves. So practice this, especially in the coming year. Don't just say this is crazy. Practice it until you see that this is actually good. This is even a very good form of family planning, because if you don't orgasm, of course you will not get pregnant. If your man does not orgasm, you will not get pregnant. So if you try this, you are going to go back to where you started from. It's like blossoming the flower which is just in the pot, which is dying. Relationships die, relationships fade away, because eventually we just feel like it's all about sex. My wife is all about sex. My husband is all about sex. And once we have sex, he'll just sleep there and you just answer the way you want when your wife or your husband calls you or your partner calls you, because you feel like, I don't need them anymore. Your ego is satisfied. Until you feel like you need them now, that's when you're going to start using those sweet, sweet nothings. And the woman will know that, oh, here we go again. I think he wants the cake. So try that and let me know how it will go. We need to be trying these things. It's not just right, you know? Every time it's like every time you start a marathon, you're running to go and get the medal. But when you are doing these workouts and you're just running, you're not running for anything. You're just running so that your body can get in alignment. And that's what we need. So try it and let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you, my vibrant people. And I'm really so grateful and so humbled to all the new subscribers and to the people who've been sharing and liking the videos, because it is bringing the traffic to our community. Please give us thumbs up and like the videos. Let's enter the new year on a very, very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stage. I love you, my vibrant people. Thank you. Bye! And Happy New Year!